I love to do the fwempa, the kalela, the kwasa kwasa. I wear chitenge. So does my girlfriend. I eat crisps, not crisps. I love Nsima, Kapenta, Chihuahua, Delele. I'm Josh, and I'm proud to be Zambian.
iConnect, celebrating 50 years of Zambia's independence. #OnlyFazed. iConnect, make it happen.
Zambia. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
Okay, I'm just trying to get with someone real, cause you look so free, so let's chill. Have a drink with a guy like me.
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
A quality product from Californian Beverages.
Pure Jungle.
We're glad you could join us for the main news on Prime TV, and we sincerely apologize for bringing the news slightly late. Here are the headlines. Harry Kalaba confirms Edgar Lungu visiting Zimbabwe, but denies seeking rigging tips and campaign funds. ZAC commends government for improving business climate in Zambia. Supreme Court to hear Miles Sampa's case this Friday. In international news, deadly blast hits Nigerian city of Kano State. For more on these stories, do stay tuned. For the news in detail, my name is Gwen Mwila. Foreign Affairs Minister Harry Kalaba has confirmed media reports that he and PF President Edgar Lungu traveled to Zimbabwe. Speaking in Lusaka on Thursday, Mr. Kalaba stated that the purpose of the visit to Zimbabwe was to brief President Robert Mugabe in his capacity as SADC chairman on the just-ended PF convention, as well as to brief him about how the political affairs are progressing in Zambia following the demise of President Michael Sata. Mr. Kalaba has since dispelled assertions that the Zambian ministers had traveled to Zimbabwe to source for funding or to get rigging tips. He explains that the PF have the potential to win the pending election without any outside forces on account of what the party has achieved in the last 3 years.
To Harare, Zimbabwe. As you know, President Mugabe is the chairperson of SADC, and that the SADC community wanted to be briefed on the various issues that have been happening in Zambia, particularly in our political party. And so President Lungu took time to explain to President Mugabe that our party, the PF, has come together as one family, and that will ensure that we hold the elections that will be held on the 20th of January in an environment that is conducive, transparent, free and fair, so that the people's voice is heard. And also, I wanted to dispel insinuations and the notion that we went to look for money. To the contrary, we didn't go for that. I mean, the meeting, nothing of the money sort came out. These are issues of regional matters, and we went to consult.
Meanwhile, Mr. Kalaba has accused the opposition of inciting farmers to protest in demand for their money. He explains that his party is privy to information that a named political party has been going around the country inciting farmers to protest. Mr. Kalaba has assured farmers countrywide that they will be paid all their outstanding dues in due course. Government, through Agriculture Minister Ubas Musa, last week announced the release of over 150 million kwacha and the payment of farmers and transporters.
We are aware that agriculture is our top priority, and we continue recognizing it as such, and that the PF government recognizes that agriculture promotes economic independence for our people and helps lift our people out of poverty. We are delivered of fertilizer required for this season at provincial district depots by October 2014, as you all know. We have revived the nitrogen chemicals of Zambia, a company that was closed for 20 years.
The National Water Supply and Sanitation Council, NWASCO, has assured the public of increased visibility in providing better feedback to consumers on quality services. NWASCO Director Kelvin Chtumbo says the action is to ensure that complaints on water supply and sanitation are dealt with promptly. Mr. Chtumbo says 2014 is a landmark year for the company. Our rebranding as this has enabled the company to steer the water sector efforts for universal access. He was speaking at a media forum held in Lusaka, and speaking at the same function, Devolution Trust Fund DTF manager Samuel Ngonga says access to safe water will help through life.
It is more or less like a social obligation, I think, when they look at it. But those that have, you balance the commercial and also the social mindset, then you find that the schemes will actually be sustainable. But if you just go in with a social mindset, then you find even if we finance these projects, you go back there, you find maybe the schemes actually being dilapidated. Yeah, then when it comes to vandalism, it's actually quite strange because all the 4 sanitation projects that we have financed, the communities have actually appreciated.
Year to year have hampered significant progress in service delivery. Although there has been an improvement in the amount of funds disbursed to the sector, it continues to remain far below the total investment needs.
The Supreme Court is this Friday expected to hear arguments in a matter in which Matero Member of Parliament, Miles Sampa, is challenging the election of Edgar Lungu as PF President. The matter, which will come before the Supreme Court full bench, Mr. Sampa is attempting to contest the consent judgment that was issued by High Court Judge Mungeni Mlenga. Mr. Sampa is represented by Sebastian Zulu, Sakwiba Skota, and Makebi Zulu, and Lungu is represented by Mosho and Chashi. Lungu has stated that Miles Sampa is relying upon illegal decisions made by a general conference that was barred by the courts of law. In the event that Sampa wins the case, his case will be taken back to the High Court to reopen the consent judgment, and his loss will end Sampa's ambition to become president. United Party for National Development youths in Lusaka have vowed to take the law into their own hands should the police fail to arrest alleged PF cadres that had assaulted the UPND sympathizer at Lusaka's intercity bus terminus. Some UPND youths went to report the matter to the police station to ensure that cadres are brought to book. They have vowed that if the police fails to arrest the PF cadres, UPND supporters are ready to start a war at intercity bus terminus. And Lusaka UPND Youth Chairman Nathan Piri says the action by the PF youths is uncalled for in this country. He says if the PF wants to tamper with the flow of peace the UPND has shown, they will not have it easy in the elections.
Kola gaitono musatira munatira ya kufunga kuafahiwe chabe kwa sato swanga mabeauty kunitsana ka office somewhere kwa ntofaze kas side pale bana nikiona bana nika ka office kwa kunisa kwa team.
We just want to send a friendly advice to our fellow youths, the PF youths. We want to tell you that we are not scared of you guys. We are just giving you respect because you are human beings like us.
We have given the police 24 hours on which to react and arrest them because those people are well known. This person was beaten in full view of the police. The police was there. The police was there. He managed to run into the police cell. They went and dragged him from the police.
The elections are just by the corner. Let the Patriotic Front go out and sell their manifesto to the people of Zambia. And the people will decide. If they think winning presidency is through intimidating the citizens, we are not going to allow this. And let them not think the other political parties are weak. As in UPND, of course, we were not happy with what happened yesterday, but we shall not be dragged to that kind of attitude. We're above board, and we expect the Patriot Front, which was supposed to lead by example, to follow and to learn from us on the way they're supposed to conduct themselves.
Meanwhile, the UPND in Matero constituency have flagged off its campaigns. Speaking during the flagging off campaign, UPND Matero constituency Vice Campaign Manager Gilbert Liswaniso says the party will work to ensure that UPND policies are explained to the party. Mr. Liswaniso says it is sad that PF supporters have been intimidating oppositions during voting, but this time people will not be intimidated. He has asked on Matero Member of Parliament Miles Sampa, who is fighting the battle for PF presidency, to join the UPND and apologize to Bigoka. He says UPND is a peaceful party and all people are welcome to join. Before we take our first break, here are the headlines once again. Harry Kalaba confirms Edgar Lungu visiting Zimbabwe but denies seeking rigging tips and campaign funds. ZAC commends government for improving business climate in Zambia. Do join me after this break.
Would you wear all your favorite hats at the same time? Well, we wouldn't either. That is why we suggest you use only what you need. Switch off all electrical appliances and lights in unused rooms. Remember, use only what you need and save power today. Switch and save. ZESCO, powering the nation.
What's your name? Let me talk to you for just a minute. Where you live and what you like to do?
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
Okay, I'm just trying to get with someone real cause you look so free. So let's chill, have a drink with a guy like me.
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
A quality product from Californian Beverages.
Potato sticks, freaky fries. Get that.
Zambia, Zambia,
We continue with the news. Some University of Zambia students have endorsed the Patriotic Front and its candidate Edgar Lungu ahead of the presidential by-elections. Speaking on behalf of other students, Good Hope Mwewa said this is because the students do not want to experiment with leadership. Mr. Mwewa said as students they are content with what the PF has been able to do for them in the last 3 years. He urged other students from other learning institutions to rally behind the PF for continued development. The students made the endorsement at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, where the minister was having a press briefing.
We want to declare our support. We are going to rally behind the PF candidate who's Edgar Lungu. And I'm aware that there are other aspirants who are vying for the same presidential position. For those, we only have one advice, and I should mention that it's for free. All those who have aspiring, motives or ideas should actually do this in 2016, because 1 year is a very short period. We need to ensure that we put in someone who is going to realize the dream of our late president.
And in welcoming the students' decision to endorse the party, Munali Member of Parliament Nkandu Luo has promised the students of improved services at the university once the party is voted into office. Professor Luo said Zambians from all walks of life still have faith in the party, urging every meaning Zambian to vote for them on the 20th of January 2015.
For the first time, we've started refurbishing the lecture rooms for the university. Those of you who have taken interest to go and look at some of the lecture theatres that are there, you find that they are using the old technology of teaching, where you have really dilapidated lecture theatres. And as I speak now, we have just finished refurbishing one of the lecture theatres. And I think that people need to start appreciating. When I hear some of the people saying PF has done nothing, sometimes I say, is it their command of English that is a problem? Or what? Because you can't say PF has done nothing. If anything, we've done a lot, especially in looking at the interest of the students across the country. And it will only take somebody who doesn't appreciate to actually demonize the Patriotic Front.
The Zambia Chamber of Commerce, Trade and Industry has commended government for improving the business climate in the country. Speaking during the second Chamber of Commerce meeting in Lusaka, ZAC Vice President Chibuka Kawesha says the partnership with the German government has also strengthened the chamber movement in the country. He says the partnership between ZAC and the Frankfurt Chamber of Skilled Crafts has enabled ZAC to continuously build capacities in the executive committees. Mr. Kawesha says ZAC will remain committed to working with government in creating and promoting a competitive environment for all. Christian Democratic Party CDP says the reduction of fuel prices on the market has nothing to do with politics, because the reduction was due to market forces internationally. CDP President Dr. Dan Pule says the only thing that people should ask and pray for is further reduction of the prices. He says in as much as the fuel was reduced, only a small amount was removed and the reduction has not been felt by the people. Dr. Pule has since urged the Energy Regulation Board and government to ensure that the fuel prices are reduced even more. Before we take our second break, still to come in the news, a blast has struck a busy textile market in the North Nigerian city of Kano, killing 4 people and wounding 7 others, according to traders and multiple online reports. Do join me for more on this story after this break.
Apple Max. Take it to the max.
What makes the new Yo-Yo Chipsy so unique? 100% natural ingredients. Nothing artificial. just a pure experience of freshness. Chipsy potato chips. We know you'll love them.
Zambia, 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 Zambia.
Welcome back, and now for the rest of the news. Christian Democratic Party, CDP, says the reduction of fuel prices on the market has nothing to do with politics because the reduction was due to market forces internationally. CDP President Dr. Dan Pule says the only thing that people should ask and pray for is further reduction of the prices. He says in as much as the fuel was reduced, only a small amount was removed and the reduction has not yet been felt by the people. Dr. Pule has since urged the Energy Regulation Board and government to ensure that the fuel prices are reduced even more.
Price of fuel worldwide has been reduced. My only complaint regarding the reduction is the small margin that has been reduced by the Energy Regulation on behalf of government of Zambia. They should actually have done better. They should have given Zambia a bigger reduction. Remember that every time that fuel prices are increased internationally, the Energy Regulation come up and increase the price of fuel in proportion to the increase. But they haven't done so this time. So my appeal to the Energy Regulation is that they give us additional reduction in fuel for the benefit of Mother Zambia.
And now in international news, a blast has struck a busy textile market in the North Nigerian city of Kano, killing 4 people and wounding 7 others, according to traders and multiple online reports. The explosion happened on Wednesday in the Katinkwari market, which is typically packed with crowds of traders, shoppers, as well as traffic. Reports said 2 female suicide bombers were behind the attack. Kano was hit on November 29 by a suspected Boko Haram suicide attack at the city's central mosque. 2 bombers blew themselves up and fighters opened fire on worshippers, killing at least 120 and injuring 270 others in an attack apparently targeting the influential Muslim emir of Kano. Hong Kong police have ordered the last remaining knot of demonstrators to leave the city's main protest site after a deadline for the crowds to disperse was passed. Authorities on Thursday began dismantling barriers and breaking up rallies in the final showdown of a protest that has lasted 2.5 months and led to 655 arrests. Police said to protesters holding a sit-in they would use minimal force if the group did not stand up and leave voluntarily. Al Jazeera reports that police began taking away protesters from the sit-in next to government headquarters, and protesters allowed themselves to be taken away without putting up resistance. Politicians and lawyers were among those arrested. With that international item, we now come to the end of the news. But as we go, we leave you with the headlines. Harry Kalaba confirms Edgar Lungu visiting Zimbabwe but denies seeking rigging tips and campaign funds. ZAC commends government for improving business climate in Zambia. Supreme Court to hear Miles Sampa's case this Friday. In international news, deadly blast hits Nigerian city of Kano State. Well, that's all we had for you on our main news. This has been Gwen Mwila. Thank you so much for being with us, and God bless.
Hey girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you for just a minute. Where you live and what you like to do?
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
Okay, I'm just trying to get with someone real cause you look so free. So let's chill, have a drink with a guy like me.
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
A quality product from Californian Beverages.
Potato sticks, freaky fries. Get that awesome crunch.
Would you wear all your favorite hats at the same time? Well, we wouldn't either. That is why we suggest you use only what you need. Switch off all electrical appliances and lights in unused rooms. Remember, use only what you need and save power today. Switch and save. Zesco, powering the nation.
You see, I have never fought with a lion. I have never hunted through the forest in pursuit of food. But I do have the fighting spirit. Because for decades, my people fought for freedom. And in 1964, we won. I love to do the Fwemba, the Kalela, the Kwasa Kwasa. I wear chitenge. So does my girlfriend. I eat crisps, not crisps. I love Nsima, Kapenta, Chihuahua, Delele. I'm Josh, and I'm proud to be Zambian.
iConnect, celebrating 50 years of Zambia's independence.